We're going to be ranking every single agent in Valorant based on whether or not I could beat them in a one-on-one fist fight. I'm talking no abilities, only bare hands.
I said, do you wanna fight me? Do you wanna catch these hands?
Starting from the top, we got they would get destroyed. Then I have the advantage. We have 50-50. We got I lose, but it's close. And then we'd have I have no chance. So starting it off, we have Astra. I think Astra would be... I don't want to say they'd get destroyed. I feel like it would be like I have the advantage. She seems like a little tougher than some of the other, people on this list. I think too she has a lot of like doesn't she have like a metal arm too? Like I think her like left arm or her right arm, I forget which one, is like literally made out of metal. So that would definitely hurt if she landed a punch with that. That's literally a weapon. So because of that, I don't think she'd get destroyed. I think that she would have a very slight chance, but I think advantage goes to me. Plus, I think I'm like bigger body wise and probably have a longer reach, so that definitely will help. Next up is Breach. I think Breach I have no chance. Next up is Brim. I feel like Brim is I lose, but it's close. But he could also go and I have no chance. Because I feel like, no, I'm going to put I have no chance. The reason I'm going to put I have no chance for Brim is because I'm pretty sure he's like, he's a military man. I'm pretty sure he's like actually trained. So if anything, he would know how to win in hand-to-hand combat. So I think that and the fact that he's kind of thick, I don't know if I'd have a chance against him. I think he'd destroy me. Next is Chamber. I feel like I have the advantage against Chamber. He seems kind of frail. He just has like money. I don't think he's like doing like super weak or anything, but I think like in a 1v1, I could definitely like take him is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any of his equipment, so he's not like he has like a breach arm or anything. I think he's an easy advantage goes to me. Next up is Cypher. I think Cypher's a robot.
You didn't have to cut me off. I can never know we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so loved. You didn't have to stop so long.
That's my take on this. Next up is Fade. Fade's kind of a bounty hunter. I feel like she would know hand-to-hand combat. I feel like I'd lose, but it's close. Well, she looks terrifying to begin with. Second of all, I don't think she's scared of combat. And then third of all, the fact that she's a bounty hunter, I think she knows her way around a 1v1. So because of that, I think she fits in I lose, but it's close. Next up is Jet. I think Jet, I have no chance, man, to be honest. I think Jet, too, like, she's the type who would play, fight dirty. And I think she would cheat in the fight. She could use her wind powers. And it's not like wind is visible. That you could see it, just to like, what the f am I saying? You can't see wind. It just kind of hits you. So if she just punches and uses wind to accelerate her punch, you know what I'm saying? I think she'd beat me. I think no chance. Next is KO. And KO is like a thick Cypher. I don't think there's any chance. He's literally a Robocop. It's the same thing as Cypher situation, except I don't think I could actually grapple him. Because I think if I went for the armbar, he'd just stand up and pick me up. And then drop me on the ground. That's what I think would happen in that 1v1. KO's pretty goddamn strong, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Next up is KJ. I think KJ's the first one where they would get destroyed. KJ's seems very frail. Like, she's not very, like, big. So because she's not allowed to use any of her, like, engineering, like, machinery, I think I would actually wreck her. I honestly feel bad if I were to fight her, to be honest. Next up is Neon. I feel like Neon would beat me too. I feel like 50-50. We'll go 50-50. The thing with Neon is she's super fast. And if she could just run around in circles and punch me in the back of the head and then run away.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am. I'm fast as fuck, boy.
She could probably do some good damage, I'm not gonna lie. But as soon as I have like a grip and we're on the ground, I think she has no chance. Actually, I think I'm gonna move her up. I have the advantage now that I think about it. I feel like her running around in circles and punching me and running away is not a viable strategy. She seems like a very light too, so I feel like the weight class differential is kind of big. I'm sorry, but I'm going to give myself the advantage in that one. Next is Omen. I don't even think you could punch Omen. If he's a shadow, won't your like punches go through his body? But then again, wouldn't his punch go through your body? If we're assuming that I can't punch him because he's a shadow, but he can punch me, I have no chance because I literally can't hit him. But if we can't hit each other, then it's easily a 50-50. If I can hit him, but he can't hit me, which I really don't think is a thing, or if if we could both hit each other, I think I have the advantage because if he's a shadow, he should be very light. So I should be easy to pick up and he probably won't have a lot of force behind him. But I'm gonna go with the fact that we might not be able to hit each other at all, and I'm just gonna put him in 50-50.
Dino DNA.
Next up is Phoenix. With Phoenix, I think I lose, but it's close. I mean, he is kind of like a show-off, but I feel like he shows off and he has that confidence for a reason. And I don't think he'd be scared of a fight. I think he's the type to go all in. And he has pretty good size. I think that it would be like, I would probably give him the advantage, assuming he knows how to fight, you know what I mean? Next is Raze. I think Raze is a cheater, to be honest. Realistically, if I were to actually fight her in real life, I'd probably be at like 50-50 or I have an advantage because I have size over her. I'm assuming she knows how to fight though, so I'd give her the 50-50. But I literally think she's gonna cheat and have like a C4 pack on her like hip that's just gonna blow up while I'm next to her.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So because of that, I'm gonna put her in I lose, but it's close. Next up is Reyna. I think Reyna's also I lose, but it's close. It might even be I have no chance. Dude, the thing with Reyna is she's literally like a vampire. Vampires have like unhuman strength, first of all. If she gets like the Empress buff, it's literally like rapid fire punches, bro. None of that made any sense, but we're just gonna move on. Next up is Sage. I think Sage would also get destroyed. As cool as Sage is, as much as I like her, I would not want to fight a Sage because I feel like that's just wrong, you know what I mean? But if I had to fight her because that's the only option, I think Sage would, dude, it would be a mess. Let's just say that. Next up is Skye. Dude, the thing is Skye's freaking jacked, man. Like, I think if I fought her in a 1v1 and I punched her in the chest, I would literally break my hand because it'd be like punching concrete. And then she'd literally like pick me up by my actual neck with one hand, like the freaking Undertaker, and then just choke slam me into the ground. And that'd be the end of me. That'd be the last thing I see. Yeah, no, Skye, I have no chance. There's no way I have a chance against Skye. Next up is Sova. Feel like I could 50-50 this guy. I want to put him and I lose, but it's close. He lives in like very harsh conditions. He's Russian and they're known for being like tougher. He wouldn't give up, and I think he should know how to fight as a Radiant, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, no, I think it's 50-50. I think he has all of his strength come from his util and his scouting, and he can't do any of that. So actually, frickin' man, I keep changing my mind, but I think the more I think about it, I think I have an advantage against Sova. I don't think he has like the same fighting potential as some of these other agents. Next up is Viper. I think Viper would literally beat the living crap out of me. And while I'm on the ground, she'd literally step on me. And I would have broken skull, dude, I'll tell you that. Next is Yoru. I think Yoru's also a 50-50. I feel like he's aggressive. Like, in terms of, like, a 1v1 fight, like, he would be pushing himself. He's very cocky. But I don't think he has the same, like, build as, like, Phoenix. But I feel like in a 1v1, I could take him. Because he can't use his teleport ability or his flashes or his, like, fake out stuff. He just has to, like, use his fists. I think in a 1v1, it's pretty even. But that's kind of it for this tier list. I think that we've done pretty good. The only one, or maybe a couple that I might think about moving, which I'm not going to, but if I had to move one, I'd probably either move Brim or Jet to I lose, but it's close. Brim is a little bit older, so I would think that because he's older, he's a little bit more frail, you know what I mean? Jet 2, I think is... She at the end of the day, she is like a small Korean woman. I'm gonna move Jet to I lose, but it's close. I think she's like a tier... She's a little bit more beatable than the rest of these agents, in my opinion. To me, it fits, man. To me, it fits.
Yeah, boy.